Hello everybody. We're going to take a look at Unit 5.1a, Converting Units. And this is our first go at doing unit conversion. And for all of the problems in Unit 5, you may use a calculator, but you'll still have to show your work on a sheet of paper. So you're going to have to show how you set up the problem to get your answer. All right, let's take a look at this first question. We are going to convert 6 liters to gallons. And for this, you're going to need the WAMAP formula sheet. So there's a lot of overlap between the GED and the WAMAP formula sheets. But for this one, the GED doesn't have conversion of volumes, so we're going to use this one, the WAMAP sheet. So to convert, they have conversion within the English system. And it's kind of a misnomer because Britain uses the metric system. So this is just mainly the US and maybe one other country in the world that still use this old system. So we're going to convert this customary US customary system into liters. And we need these numbers here. 1 gallon, 1 US gallon is equal to 3.79 liters. So let's go ahead and put that on our sheet. 1 gallon is equal to 3.79 liters. Okay, so because these two terms are equal, when we want to convert a number from one to the other, we turn this into a fraction, and it's similar to converting fractions into equivalent fractions. 1 gallon is the same as 3.79 liters. So this is basically the equivalent of multiplication by 1. And then this is also the same as 3.79 liters divided by 1 gallon. Okay, so these are equivalent terms. And because 1 gallon is equal to 3.79 liters. So the tricky part is when we're going to multiply one of these by liters here. And so we're going to set them all up like fractions. So we can have 6 liters over 1 times, and then we have to choose one of these conversion factors. And we're going to choose the one that has liters in the denominator because we have liters here in the numerator. And those two terms will cancel each other out, leaving just gallons. So let's see how that looks. We've got 1 gallon over 3.79 liters, okay? So when we multiply this out, most of you remember we can cancel out terms that are the same if they're in the top and the bottom. Okay, and so liters are the same, and that's going to leave 6 times 1 gallon, or 6 gallons, divided by 1 times 3.79. So we've got 3.79, and this is where you can grab your calculator and be sure to clear it. And if you are getting ready to take the GED, use the TI-30XS if you can. And you can clear the screen, and then 6 divided by 3.79 should give you your answer. And I get 1.58311346. So I'm just going to go 1.583. And I think on that sheet, it told us we had to round. We are rounding this answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so what that means is we're going to, this is our preliminary answer, 1.583 liters, right? Or excuse me, 1.583 gallons. And if we want to round this to the nearest tenth, we're going to underline the number in the tenths column and look at the number next to it. And if the number next to it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we're going to increment this number by 1. So our final answer will be 1.6 gallons. So that is how we convert it. And this will be very handy to use. Once you have a conversion factor, you can set it up as a fraction. And then whichever units you have to cancel out, just make sure that they are one is on top and one's on the bottom. You got numerator, denominator, then they can cancel out. And when we get to the point of doing double conversions, that'll be handy to set up the whole problem at once, and you can go through and convert them all at once. All right, so give this a try, and if you run into trouble, just email me from inside WAMAP, and I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours. Good luck.